Step 1. We need to convert our photo to an SVG file. To do this, Google free photo to SVG converter. I like the Cute Cutter one because it has options to edit the details and even a step-by-step tutorial for how to use the tool. To walk through the tutorial, click on the tab titled How It Works. Here you'll find information on how to remove the background, as well as adjust the individual image settings for the best result. There are 4 image settings you can adjust with the tool: blur, edge, contrast, threshold, and remove speckles. Blur controls the amount of detail. Edge contrast will emphasize where dark regions and light regions meet. This setting works great when you want to emphasize texture like hair or fur. Threshold controls the balance of black and white in your image. It's good to adjust this first, then go back and fine-tune the blur and edge contrast settings. Lastly, the Remove Speckles option will remove little speckles from the cutout. To begin, click on Get Started, then click Upload New Image, and navigate to the image file on your computer. First thing you want to do is remove the background. Use the Mark Foreground tool to select the areas of the photo you want to keep and the Mark Background tool to highlight the areas you want removed. Now that you've removed your background, there will be 3 layers. This helps visualize the final result when adjusting the image settings. You'll want to experiment with all 4 image setting adjustments until you have the desired result for your cut image. Once you have the image settings adjusted as desired, you're ready to download the SVG file. Click the Download button in the lower right. You should be able to locate the SVG file in your Downloads folder on your computer. Now launch Cricut Design Space and open a new project. Click the Upload button on the left-hand side of the screen. Click the Browse button and navigate to your downloaded SVG file. Rename the file and click Save. Select the thumbnail of your image and insert it onto your canvas. Your image will have 3 layers when loaded onto the canvas. Delete the pink background layer. It's just for getting a visual of what the SVG would look like with a solid background behind it. The white offset layer can be used if desired. I wanted a single layer image, so I deleted it. Next, I added a basic square shape to the canvas to use as a template for resizing my cut image to fit on the glass blank. Once you have adjusted the size of your cut image as desired, highlight and select both the basic shape and the cut image and click Slice or Subtract in the Combine menu option. Delete the extra layers to begin creating your stencil design. I generally keep one original cut and hide it on the Layers panel. But don't delete. This way, if needed later on, you can come back to the original and make adjustments as necessary. I wanted to include a few quotes on this project. I navigated to the image search and used keywords to find images that fit my theme, then added them to the canvas. I noticed I hadn't named and saved my project yet. Always periodically save your project during designing. Now just adjust the layout and sizing of the quote images where you want them on the stencil design. Just be aware, you want to leave a decent solid edge around the entire image since you'll be using it as a stencil design. Once the text images are positioned where desired, select all of them and use the Unite tool under the Combine menu options to create one layer that can be sliced from your stencil design. Select and highlight the original stencil image and the new combined text image, then click Slice. You will need to delete the extra layers, and then your stencil is ready to be cut. Again, ensure you save your project once more before clicking Make It. Select the Without Matte option if you are using Cricut Smart Stencil Vinyl. Otherwise, use the On Matte option. Click Continue and then the Browse All Materials button to pull up the materials list and search Stencil. Select the appropriate cut setting for the type of stencil vinyl you'll be using. All that's left to do is cut and weed your stencil, then it's ready to use.